All right, everybody, welcome to the call today. This is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads, and this is the group accountability slash coaching call. And it's really where I just want to make myself available to everybody to kind of walk through the how to make $250,000 a year masterclass series that we are doing. And like I said, be a resource, help motivate every single week, make sure that we're doing these activities, right? Go through the 5 playbooks at least every week where we can. One of the things I want to make sure that we talk about today, and just also in general, is the idea of not being overwhelmed. So, we've got 7 total playbooks. There's 5 playbooks that we want to do every week. But in the beginning, obviously, I'm not going to expect people to do, oh, hold on a second. We may have to start. All right, everybody, welcome to the How to Make $250,000 a Year or More in Real Estate masterclass series here. Today, we're going to be doing the group accountability slash motivation slash help call. And it's the weekly call where I want to just make sure I check in with everybody, answer questions, help motivate you, let you see how easy this is to do, right? We don't need any secret things. We don't need any crazy shiny objects from left field that's going to try to bombard us every single week in this industry, right? We know how that works. It's ridiculous sometimes, right? We got these 5 core playbooks every single week. And the beautiful thing about these playbooks is it allows you to do these activities that are proven to work, but also as you do them week after week, you're going to get faster, you're going to get better. Typically your results will get better. Your cost per leads will start decreasing as you do it. And you're going to be able to kind of start tweaking as you see, you're going to do X and you're going to get results and things are going to change over time. And as you're doing this every single week, it gives you a really fabulous kind of a groundwork, right? Kind of a base from which you can get better, right? Iterate and always keep improving what you're doing. And so that's really the beauty of having the How to Make $250,000 a Year real estate masterclass with all the different playbooks that we're offering and going through every single week. So with that said, I'm going to give you this link here as well. I gave you the link to the video that I mentioned, but for all of you that have not yet left us a video review, feedback, what have you, right? Anything, it's got to be a video one, will be entered in the drawing that I believe is happening tomorrow. Yes. Well, the drawing is on March 3rd at 12 p.m. So I can't wait for that. So anyways, I'm going to send this link to that. So a little bit later, you can go in and if you want to leave a video review, get entered into the drawing. Would love to have you as a part of that. All right. So I just gave this link. Actually let's do this. I gave this link. So I gave this link to everybody. If you're watching the recording of this, if you go into the mastermind group and just search how to generate 66 to 225 leads. So go to the mastermind group, type that in, or just copy and paste that in there, and you'll be able to access that post. And the great thing about this post is in the bottom here, right? In the comments, you're going to see we've got it broken out by playbooks. So playbook 1-1, 1-2. All right. Those are for the for sale listings, open houses. Then we got playbook 2 broken out. And that's if you got any pending or just sold listings. Playbook 3 for the buyer PDF guides. And today in this call, we're going to go over each one of these real quickly and just make sure we have any questions answered, all of that good stuff. Playbook 4, seller PDF guides, and playbook 5, the short form videos. All right. Now those 5 playbooks, if I go back to the presentation on how to make $250,000 a year in real estate, and let me find, here we go. So those 5 playbooks in total should be able to generate us 66 to 225 leads a week. All right. It's not that expensive and it's not really that hard to do. Now, as I said a little bit earlier, if you can just master playbook 1, you're going to find out that it's super easy. You're going to get really quick with it. And playbook 1 will get you right almost halfway there. Your lead, your listing, one that you borrow, it doesn't matter. All right. So again, if you got a listing, you got a new listing status, or you can borrow a listing to either do an open house or just be able to market it, you should be able to generate between 23 and 116 leads every single week. And that is the core. Okay. every single week, playbook one, whether it's your listing or not, we want you to be doing, because that is the core of lead generation, marketing, branding for a real estate agent. As you get good with that, as you get better with it, start layering in some of these other playbooks. Playbook 2 for the pending and just sold listings, playbook 3 for the buyer PDF guides, playbook 4 for the seller PDF guides, and then again, playbook 5 for the short form videos, right? 66 to 225 leads a week you should be doing here. All right. Now I want questions. This is really meant to be more of an interactive call. So I don't want this to be something where I'm talking at you, going down a checklist of things to tell you. I can do that and I'm prepared to do that, but I really also want this to be interactive with people in the beginning here, at least in the first half hour or so, focused on playbook 1-1, which is marketing a listing that is either coming soon, just listed, or active. Again, yours or borrowed, or playbook 1-2 for an open house. Again, yours or borrowed. It doesn't matter. Because once you get a listing in your account, you see, I got all these listings here. Some of them are mine. Some of them are listings that I borrowed. All right. It's like 333 Main Court, Sarasota, Florida here. You can see that they got this little icon right there. And when I mouse over it, you can see that it says showing agent. All right. So I'm a showing agent for that one. The rest of these are my listings. And you're going to see under the address, if I highlight playbook 1-1, playbook 1-1, if I had an open house, it would say 1-2. But let me just show you. I'm going to click playbook 1-1 right here. And I want you to get in the habit of downloading and printing this playbook. And the reason for that is this playbook, if you print it up, you can leave it on your desk, leave it with your computer, whatever it is that you're, where you're doing your work, and let it really serve as a reminder for you, right? Sometimes if you just kind of are doing things and it's all online, you can kind of put it in the back of your head and forget about it and keep pushing it to the back of your head. Whereas if you print up this PDF, it's a 1-page PDF, and it's got the address of the listing I'm going to be doing. It's got the status of the listing. If I scan that QR code with my phone, the link will come up for the detailed write-up and the recorded webinar. So I can literally go down the post and read it. And then I can also look at the recorded webinar and go along and do it with me. Does that make sense for everybody? And so when we print this up, we can see, right? All right, we got Facebook ads. We got Google ads, and those are optional. We have the social media post. We got the social media post for the seller. And you can see here, it says listing agents only. We got the e-flyer to the seller, again, listing agents only. The e-flyer for your database, the nearby homeowner letter. I got a line here, call same homes as above. I'll talk that through as well, but I'll also point you to the direction of the write-up on that. The short form video, sign writer, and then listing flyers on the yard signs. All right. Every single one of these items, none of this is fluff. None of this is something that you can just go, I don't want to do that this week, so I'm not going to worry about it. Right. Every single listing, every single week, you need to be doing this. Even the sign writer, I'm telling you, we did a survey of our clients in 2022, and half of them, just about half of the people that responded to the survey reported getting listings and buyers, right, from doing the sign writers on the yard sign, the way we have it in our write-up. So let me show you real quickly here. If I go to https://listings-to-leads.com 250. So this listings-to-leads.com/250. That is the write-up for every single playbook. So if I just scroll down, you're going to see here, playbook 1-1 for my coming soon, just listed and active. Playbook 1-2 for my open houses. So if I just click on this, and again, this is listings-to-leads.com/250, you're going to see the detailed write-ups. And it's all in order of that checklist that we were just looking at. So there's my Facebook and Instagram ads. You got a little overview video there that's going to walk you through what to do. We talk about automated follow-up. So make sure your follow-up is automated. Talk a little bit about phone scripts. Then every single item, social media post, the social media post for the seller and the e-flyer for the seller right there. And so as you're working your way down that list and listings to leads, you can use this as kind of your prompt, as your, as if I was sitting next to you and we were talking, and if I was talking through it. All right. So every single activity on that market listing checklist is right here. Even the sign writers, right? Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. This is what you want. If you're a listing agent, this is what you want your yard sign to look like, right? The status on the top, the text to information right above the main panel. That's going to get leads. Oh my God, you're going to get great leads. And you're going to see here, we got coming soon, just listed. When you get to the pending and just sold and playbook 2, I actually walk through how to put your pending and your just sold riders on the top. All right. Because again, it all works together and it all motivates your audience to engage with your marketing and become leads. And at the bottom of every one of those posts at listingsoleads.com/250, you'll see the recorded video that literally goes into excruciating detail on every single one of those items. So if you followed along with this video, right, put this video on another monitor or maybe your phone or an iPad or some sort of tablet, and then work along on your laptop or whatever you're doing to actually do it, right? It might take you 45 minutes to do it the first time, but I promise the next time you do it, and this is why you want to do it every single week, because you want to keep that lead flow coming in, right? You don't want the ups and downs of a typical realtor's business, right? Great marketing 1 week, forget about it for 2 weeks, maybe some marketing in week 4. And the problem is you never get into a groove, right? You're not instilling the learning that you're doing, right? That great learning, those great skills that you're developing. Well, when you stop doing it for 2 to 3 weeks, not only do your leads dry up, but your skills dry up, right? Every single week, we want to be doing this. So it says here, I did a Facebook over the weekend, 9 leads. All right. 3 of them didn't have good information. That's fine. That's online leads work that way. But I want you to pay attention here. So you did an ad, but you didn't tell me about anything else that was on that market listing checklist, right? Did you do the nearby homeowner letter, right? Did you do the e-flyer to your database? Did you get those tools to the seller? All right. Here's the thing. When I go back to that, when I click market listing, nobody knows where that next great lead is going to come from, right? Nobody. You don't know if it's going to come from your seller, right? You don't know if it's going to come from a Facebook ad, a Facebook post, the nearby homeowner letter, the e-flyer to our database, right? We don't know any of that stuff. And so for those of you that are doing ads and kind of like, well, I did an ad and I got 9 leads, right? When we talk about, even on the checklist, let's go back to the checklist, right? Or the playbook here, right? That download. Check this out. Amount of leads for a Facebook ad is pretty big, but look at that hot cold. So if you're going to sit there and just do Facebook ads as a way to try to grow your business, that's going to be a long and hard haul. All right. You're going to need a lot of money because you're going to need a ton of leads to get through to those gems that are ready to start moving soon. Now, it happens all the time. We had a client a couple of weeks ago, open house ad, 15 leads overnight, and already got within 24 hours, I believe it was, already 2 people she connected with and was working with as buyers, right? Within 24 hours. So it totally does happen. But again, I want you to kind of realize that doing a Facebook ad is like maybe 5 to 10% of your total lead opportunity. All right. Someone says here, and I don't have follow-up systems in place. So yeah, I mean, right? I mean, hell, Mar, if you don't have a CRM, just use our follow-up, right? We have email only follow-up at this point. We're going to be building out other follow-ups, but you got follow-up in listings to leads. So you can turn that on, no problem. All right. But yeah, I mean, what do they always say, right? The money is in the follow-up, right? So if you're not going to follow up with these leads, or if you're going to follow up with them once, you're going to have a very hard opportunity or very hard, to grow your business if that's all you're doing. Can we talk about follow up and conversion later? We talk about follow up and conversion all through this. All of this is follow up. All of it. Here's the thing. Everything you are seeing here, the e-flyer to your database, that's part of your follow up. All right. The short form videos, that's part of follow up and engagement. All right. Everything on here is lead generation, lead follow up, lead engagement, all wrapped into one. I've said this so many times that if you're able to get through at, playbook 1, 3, and 4 every single week, your lead generation and follow up engagement is going to happen at a very high level, right? So you don't need to, if you can just focus on learning these playbooks, right? Get good with, take a couple of weeks to learn playbook 1-1, 1-2. If you can learn, essentially it's the same playbook, except for the open house. You got during the open house stuff that you're going to be doing, right? So the open house has a few more things to it, but if you can just learn playbook 1, right? Either 1-1, 1-2 in a couple of weeks, and then learn playbook 2, take a couple of weeks to learn it. That's fine. And then get to playbook 3, get to playbook 4, get to playbook 5. You should be able to do all 5 playbooks easily in like a day or two, right? In like 2 or 3 hours, you can do all 5 playbooks, no problem. And your lead generation, your lead follow-up, your lead engagement, all of that is addressed in these playbooks here. All right. Yep. Exactly. Right. All of that stuff, Michael. That's exactly right. I have connected my Brivity CRM, but I still want Elle to follow up. Will the campaign still engage? That's a great question for our support team. So yeah, you just have to make sure that whatever the setting of Brivity is turned off for the email follow-up and let ours, right, do it for you. But again, that would probably be, get with our support, and then they may refer you back to Brivity support as far as how to turn off the stuff in there. Yeah, because we wouldn't have any access to that, right? So it says from listing contract after listing is posted to the MLS, what is time frame? I mean, as quickly as possible, right? So anytime you have a new listing or a change of listing status, you want to get that marketing out as quickly as possible. Definitely want to get that out as quickly as possible. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's go back to listings. And it's Tuesday. So this is still good. So let's just say I've got an open house. And if none of you have a listing to market yet, if some of you are sitting there going, I'm kind of lost, I don't have a listing, what do I do? Go to your broker and tell your broker, listen, I've got this program called Listings to Leads, and they've got an awesome marketing tool that they've got right there. But I don't have any listings, and I'd love to hold an open house for someone this weekend so I can try to generate some leads. Your broker is going to love you, because your broker is going to be like, wow, this agent's proactive. This agent is coming to me instead of, trust me, your brokers. Oh, I feel sorry for a lot of your brokers, right? They think they think they're going to open up an office. Their agents are going to come in and they're going to learn from the broker and all be top producing agents, just like that broker was when they were an agent. And then you know how it is, right? We all know 80% of the agents aren't doing anything. And I don't want you to be like that. And if you go to your broker, you tell your broker that you are trying to grow your business and could they help you find a listing to hold open this weekend, your broker is probably going to absolutely love you for that. All right. So do that. And then so I got my listing here. And let me just set it up. I'll tell you what, let's take a look. Let's take a look at market listing as active. And let's just look at one thing here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that status to open house for that same listing, 15 Ambient Way, Facebook and Instagram ad. And I want you to notice what it says now, right? It says for sale in Granite Bay. Click below our text for instant access to all information. So that's what that Facebook ad will look like right now. 15 Ambient Way is active. So let's come back in here. Let's turn it into an open house. And then I'm going to show you what the ad looks like so you can get a feel for how we change everything as soon as you either add the listing or change the status. So for example, 15 Ambient Way again, I'm going to set an open house. And then we'll say, I got open house on February 5th or March 5th, excuse me. And I'll say from 1 to 3 p.m. at open house. That'll take a few seconds. Let's wait. We'll let that cycle through. And earlier we just saw that before we added the open house, when I clicked Facebook ad, for example, it just said for sale in Granite Bay, click below or text. Once that open house is added and we click on market listing, Facebook and Instagram ad again, you're going to see that that ad is completely changed without me having to do anything. All right, there we go. Now we see 15 Ambient Way, right? The same listing. We see the open house symbol. And now when I click on market listing, and this is true whether it's my listing or not, Facebook and Instagram ad, just like we did before. And you are going to see now it says open house in Granite Bay. Click the lower text. So everything, all of these tools on this list have changed now to being appropriate for an open house. All right. So we got Facebook and Instagram ad. All you got to do is confirm location. Now every lead, name, email, phone number, and purchase time frame. How awesome is that? Automatically name, email, phone number, purchase time frame for my Facebook and Instagram ads. So I just confirm location, radius, budget, right? We default to $35 for 1 week. I can say, you know what? I want to do $70 and I want to do it from right now. So I'll leave the start as it is. But if it's an open house, I may change the ending time to the same day as the open house. And I'll just bump up the time. I'll say, I want the ad to end right after the open house. So March 5th at 4:30 p.m. All right. I changed my end date. And if I wanted to upload a video instead of that image, I could. I can go to change image and video. So for example, I might want to use a short form video script, record a video and use that in my ad. And if I go to video, I tell you, I think we got one of the easiest ways to add video to ads. And here's the other beautiful thing. If you're with EXP, we don't charge $30 to run a Facebook ad. All right. There are some programs out there that literally charge you $30 to run a Facebook ad. How nuts is that? We don't do that. All right. Boom. Now I can retarget. So if you got a custom audience, and we've even got advanced options, which you don't need to worry about. All right. 99% of you do not need to worry about advanced options. If you're pretty experienced and you want to kind of go in there and mess around, obviously feel free to do it. That's why we got it there. But for those of you that are not, advanced at Facebook ads, we've got this set up for you. All right. We've got all of this set up. We've done hundreds and thousands of Facebook ads by this point, I believe. And we got all the settings the way they should be. So you don't need to worry about all that stuff. Just confirm location, confirm your budget, your start and end date, click publish, and you're going to be generating name, email, phone number, and purchase timeframes with all your buyer ads. All right. Let's go back. Let's go take a look at one that I did earlier. And I guess that's no longer there. Yeah. So you're going to see here. Let's see if I can look at one of my old ones. All right. I'm just going to show you what the ad looks like and how it works. So when you're on Facebook and someone sees your ad, they click it. What's your time frame to buy? I'll just say 3 to 6 months. Now, usually people will say, I'm just dreaming, and that's totally fine, right? That is totally fine. Because what they're telling you is, it's like walking into a clothing shop. The person says, can I help you? And obviously, what's the first thing you say, right? No, I'm just looking, right? Even though you're probably going to buy something at some point, if you can find what you're looking for, but you just tell the salesperson, I'm just looking, because you don't want to be sold, right? So even if people put just dreaming, that's kind of the default for people, just to put just dreaming. That is fine. That is absolutely fine, because the listings to leads follow-up, or if you got better follow-up, is where you're going to make that goal. All right. Make sure you call them up right away. Right. Like I said before, right. One of our clients a couple of weeks ago, 15 leads overnight, and called back all of them and had 2 people she was working with within 24 hours. So you got your name, they're going to get emails, you're going to get phone numbers. And as you saw on that first screen, you are going to get the time frame for buyer ads and the seller time frame for seller ads. Someone says, could we do all of this if we're doing a virtual open house? You could. I would just make sure I change the verbiage, right? So when you're doing a Facebook ad, for example, right? You can click in here. You might do like that. And even on the e-flyer and the social media post, you might just want to add the word virtual to it. And then obviously if you got a link for a Zoom or something like that, right? You could put that here as well. What if your Facebook business account has been restricted from running ads? Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's Facebook support. That literally happened to us as well. We had hackers, 2-factor authentication, everything was proper, and we still got hacked. And to be honest, I was shocked. Facebook really helped us get them out, recover the account, and they refunded all of our money. And it took, oh my God, it took a couple of months, but we are finally able to run ads again because they had us on like the suspicious activity monitor, whatever it was. And they kept saying, yeah, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. I mean, literally, I was pulling my hair out. Probably took them a month of telling us, yeah, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it for them to finally fix it. But I've heard absolute horror stories from people. And so, I just told our team, I'm like, hey, listen, you know what? That they're still responding to us. They're, even though it's almost comical, right? That they tell us they're going to fix it so many times, at least they're getting back to us. So I was like, have faith, have hope. I think they're going to, they're a big organization. God knows what they're doing. And finally, yes, just last week, they actually got it fixed. So yeah, Chandra, I would just say, man, go through Facebook support, try to let them know as detailed as possible what happened, just kind of stay with the facts. Don't get emotional, about how mad you are and all that. Right. Cause then the people are reading that stuff. It gets confusing when they're trying to figure out what happened versus right how mad people are. So just stick to the facts, stay on top of it, and good luck is all I can say. Yeah. Camila says I had to create a different Facebook account. Yeah. So I'll tell you, one of the things that we were doing is I use my personal account. I was able to run ads from my personal account because that was associated with the business manager, but I couldn't run it as listings to leads. Right. So it was really weird. So yeah. So Chandra, hope I got your name right. But Camille does say, I had to create and use a different Facebook account in order to do a Facebook ad. My original Facebook ad manager was restricted from promoting ads. So yeah. All right. So everybody in this call, will you commit to getting Playbook 1-1 or Playbook 1-2 completed this week? Right? If I go back to listings and it's your listing or one that you borrow, I don't care. Nobody cares. Your audience doesn't care. The leads you're going to generate don't care if it's your listing or not. Nobody cares. All right. Just get a listing to market through listings to leads. I don't even want you to ask what to do or what not to do, or what should you do or what shouldn't you do, because you should do everything that's on the playbooks right here, right? You see all these playbooks, and here's the open house. And you can see automatically converted from 1-1 to 1-2. Hector says, where do I download the playbooks? On the site, or is there a special link? Hector, for the playbooks, once that listing is added, it's right there. All right. Yeah. And Michael, remember, the Google is optional. So you're going to see for example, let's go to playbook 1-2, right? There's my listing, 15 Ambient Way, playbook 1-2. When I click it, it's going to download. So let's give it a second here. And what was that? Try that again. There we go. So I downloaded it. I clicked playbook 1-2 and it downloads. And here it is. So again, Facebook ads required. Google ads, you're going to see here optional. social media post for you, your social media post, the social media post for the seller, and the e-flyer for the seller. That's going to be a listing agent only. So again, I don't want anyone that's borrowing a listing to get upset that you can't market to the seller. Yeah, that's the benefit of being a listing agent, right? You get more opportunities, and you'll get there. You will get there. Start small. Don't try to bite off more than you can realistically chew. We're spoon feeding you as much as possible. We're trying to make this as easy as possible. I look at my job as not only providing great tools, but providing the context and the training and the handholding. I know, the reason you come to Listings to Leads is you're not marketing experts necessarily, but by using Listings to Leads, you can become one without having to go through 10 years of intense learning and all that stuff, right? I hope we try to make it as easy as possible. And that is always my goal, right? That's all of our goals here at Listings to Leads, is not just providing great tools, but really trying to provide the ease of use and the training. And so if you can just kind of take a look at these playbooks and have an open mind and just go, you know what, I'm not going to worry about, you know, over analyzing it. I'm not going to worry about poking holes through it. I'm just going to do what they tell me to do, and you're going to get results. All right. Don't worry about, well, what am I going to do for follow up? Because if you do these playbooks, the follow up is going to happen, right? The engagement is going to happen, but you got to get through the playbooks. And playbook 1-1, playbook 1-2, those are the keys to get through first, and then work your way through playbooks 2 for any pending or just sold listing. If I come back into listings, right? I'm on my listings dashboard again, and you're going to see, here's my pending listing. Here's a just sold listing. And you're going to see here, playbook 2, playbook 2, playbook 2. So any listing that has a pending status, right? So whether it's in contract, under deposit, active contingent, pending, that's all part of playbook 2, right? Just sold listing agent, just sold selling agent. Again, playbook 2. I open up playbook 2. Here's telling me I should be generating between 10 and 20 seller leads a week by completing this checklist. I scan the QR code, or I go to listingstoleads.com/250. I get the detailed write-up with recorded webinar going through the entire thing. And again, Facebook ads required. Google is optional. And again, remember, Google is always optional because advertising a specific listing on Google does not return a lot of great leads. All right. Because nobody goes to Google searching listing addresses. So you're going to see in our training on Google, we talk about using IDX links for your, like, if the listing is in Granite Bay, then I would get the IDX link for Granite Bay home for sale. And that's what I would use on my Google ad. So a little bit of an aside, but then we got the social media post for the seller, along with the e-flyer for the seller, right? And again, just work your way down. Don't critique. Don't overanalyze. I don't even want you to think about it. I don't even want you to think about it. I just want you to do it. And again, if you're not sure what to do, I want you to go to listingstoleads.com/250. And here we go. Playbook 2, pending it just sold. And just read through this. And again, when you read through this, don't read through it having questions in the back of your mind, right? Trying to overanalyze this. Just read through it, because I promise you, I have anticipated most of the questions that you're going to have, right, as you start reading this. Just read it, just do it, all right? And then wait for the results to start coming in. But again, don't do a Facebook ad and go, all right, well, Facebook lead, I should be able to generate a bunch of Facebook leads, and that should be enough. Get away from that. That's toxic thinking. That's bad thinking. That is weak thinking. All right. And it's what it's doing is it's limiting your opportunity for growing your business in a massive way. All right. Every single one of these items on that checklist, every single item on the market listing playbook that we have is there because people tell us it generates listings and generates buyers. and not completely anecdotal, like on a regular basis. All right. All of these activities can generate listings, can generate buyers, even after using them only once. But it is by the weekly, by the continual usage of this, that we get better, we get faster, the results get stronger, the budget gets lower as on a cost per lead basis, because you're going to be more efficient. Your branding is going to absolutely explode. All right. And all of that works together, but you're going to miss 90% of it if your thought process is to go to a Facebook ad, call the leads and complain about when you find out that, well, I only got one person I talked to and they didn't really seem like they were that thrilled. And you don't have good follow up and you don't do all the other marketing activities and you just call it a day. Is everybody kind of getting my point there? I know I got to beat that in because every single week, right? People have to come in and talk about the Facebook ads, which are awesome. I love the Facebook ads. Man, they're so good. We get so much great feedback on them. But again, they are part of the puzzle. They are not the entire puzzle. Can you go over downloading the playbook again? Camille, hopefully you saw that. Yep. Someone says, how do I market a sold listing that I sold a couple of years ago? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Yeah. For sold listing, unless it was an absolute, what's the word I want to use here? Like trophy listing, like, it was some major, massively big home, or it had a unique story, or it was for some other reason, like a unique property. I don't know that I would even try. I think typically I'd go back a couple of months. Right. So for right now, if I'm going to market, I sold this listing, I would go back a couple of months. Just me. I don't, anybody else have any thoughts on that? What does everybody else say? Right. I think a couple of months is fine. So if I sold a listing right now, what is it? Let's just say it's March 1st. So March, February. So January, February. Yeah. So I would say anything that you sold this year is fair game. Right. So even if I sold it, let's say like mid-January, and you don't have it in listings to leads, come into listings to leads. Eileen, when you say I wouldn't, what do you mean by I wouldn't? But here, let me just show you real quickly. Add listing, manual, and you may want to do this for your coming soon listings, right? If they don't come in from a data feed, status right here. So coming soon, you might do it if you have a listing that's not in your account where you're maybe the selling agent, right? So your buyer bought the listing. Look at that, just sold selling agent. And we flip all the verbiage around so that it reflects not the fact that you sold the whole, not that you represented the seller, but we flip all the language around to where you represented the buyer, right? And you're the selling agent, not the listing agent. We've also got the ability for you to add FSBOs. So if you're doing playbook 6 or 7, one's new construction, I think that's 6. And I believe playbook 7 is for FSBO and expired. Notice I can add a FSBO listing. I can even give the FSBO's name, email, and phone number. And then that way, that FSBO homeowner can pretend they're a real estate agent. And once they get tired of all of the hassle that involves, then they can list the house with you finally, right? That's awesome stuff there. And again, you can go to listingsoleads.com/250, scroll down to playbook 6 or 7, and you'll see, it'll have FSBO right on there. And you can take a look at that if you want, right? So yeah, get those listings into your account as needed. Yeah. Every single listing status is an opportunity to generate buyers and generate sellers. So please, how many of you right now have a listing that's in contract? Anybody here have a listing in contract right now? Hector? So dude, what do you call it? What's the status? A lot of you do. That's awesome. So what do you are you calling it active, contingent, under deposit, pending? Perfect. Awesome. So just there you go, right? Change the status, select the status as appropriate, click market listing. Here's the activities that you're going to do. If you need the detailed write-up and recorded video, click view right here, right in the overview section. All right. That's all the activities I'm going to do. Notice even it says selling agent, right? So we got pending and just sold together here in playbook 2. And if I scroll all the way down, you're going to see the detailed or the recorded webinar right there. And so I could put that in one monitor and I could follow along and then do it in my account, knowing that this is just your training wheels, right? This is just the start of you getting so dang good at this. You may have to follow along maybe the second time, maybe the third time, but soon you are going to be flying through this with confidence and your business is going to get so much better, right? Your stress levels are going to decrease because you're not trying to learn something new every single week, right? Once you get this, it's just refining, reiterating, and moving on, right? I promise you, your stress, that's going to be, that's one big thing. And I think that's one kind of a hidden benefit of all of this is reducing your dang stress levels. The stress of what do I do? The stress of what results am I going to get? Get rid of that stress. All right. All of that stress can just absolutely evaporate if you just focus on learning playbook 1-1 or 1-2. You're going to know what to do because it's right in the playbook. You're going to get results because you're going to get results. And then you can add in playbook 2. All right. And if you got any pending just sold, that is. Now, playbook 3 and 4, PDF guides. All right. Playbooks 3 and 4 for the PDF guides. Now let's go back to that video. Remember that video I gave everybody at the beginning of this call, right? So if I click here, playbook 1-1, 1-2, if I come down here, playbook 2, and I walk through that, come down here again in the, playbook 3, and I literally walk through that. All right. And now in this video, it's an overview. It's kind of trying to help keep you on track. And then as needed, right? We even got that link right here, listingsleads.com/250. And again, I click on that and that's kind of weird. There we go. Right. And here's all those playbooks. So if I'm watching that video and I'm talking about playbook 3, right, for the PDF guides, I come right here and there's the detailed write-ups and the recorded webinar is at the bottom of that page right there. Yeah. Yep. Active under contract. Perfect. Yep. Awesome. Found it. Yep. All right. Perfect. Good, good, good. You know what, Hector? We've got, dude, listingsleads.com/250. Let me show you here. That's right. So here's that page, listingsleads.com/250. And if I scroll down, there's visible and expired playbook 6, new construction. And I'm telling you, I love this because we've had clients tell us that they have absolutely gotten great relationships with builders, developers, right? New construction people using listings to leads because they show that builder or developer all the tools that they've got access to, how good they are, right? So again, get good with playbook 1-1, 1-2, because as you get into new construction and you can show a builder/developer, right, how good you are with not just online marketing, but marketing period. All right. Here I show you how to get more buyers for new construction, how to get more marketing opportunities to market. So how to get buyers for new construction is one thing. Number 2 is how to be able to market more new construction. And then number 3 here, how to develop relationships with the builders and developers. So Hector, again, listingsleads.com/250, scroll down to that playbook and all of it is right there. Yeah. Oh, dude, right now for sure. Right. With all the buyer incentives and in here, in the video here, I walk you through, right, how to add, in fact, here on that page, let's take a look at some of these examples of landing pages. So $9,000 in incentives at Park Condos. These incentives end soon. So in that In the video at the bottom of this post, I walk you through how to do these kind of landing pages, right? New construction at Oak Reserve. It gets better. Check this out. What if you do a great introduction / walkthrough video and you can put that on the landing page full screen? How amazing is that? I got the sound off right here, but right, how awesome is that? And then one last one here again. And this is just a builder video. I mean, how beautiful is that, right? Absolutely gorgeous. You show a developer this and the fact that you can create unlimited landing pages. You could create one, go to YouTube, find a video that they've got, get it on a landing page, right? Let's go through our training first. Let's just go through that training. A lot of great information there for sure. This one, I just got it from YouTube. I just went to YouTube. I grabbed it, right? I mean, I am not a lawyer, so don't take any legal advice from me. But when like this video here, when they put it on YouTube, there are options if they want to not allow people to be able to embed, share, whatever it is. And if they leave it on, right, then that means you can. When I say you can, I mean you physically can. I took that the URL and just dropped it in here. Because here's the thing. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so don't take any legal advice from me, but I'm trying to help them sell their properties, right? And maybe you want to ask them to say, you could even send it to one with kind of a dual-edged purpose of saying, hey, I'm a local real estate agent and I found this video and I know my audience would love to learn more about your new development, subdivision, building, whatever it is. And do you mind if I use this video to market to my audience, right? I'm going to market on social media, via email, right? I got a number of different platforms, right? Two things. One, 99.999% of them are going to go, that's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. But what we want is for them to start noticing us, right? If it was my first time reaching out to new construction, but like that, I wouldn't get too deep into it, right? Because what I'm hoping is overall, I get some buyers, I'm doing tours, right? And they start seeing me walking through their development with different buyers, right? On a kind of a somewhat regular basis. And if I can get one or two buyers in the contract and buy properties, then I'm going to start making a name for myself. Now they're going to be like, man, this person reached out to me because they want to market my units. This person is bringing people through my units. This person's helping my units get sold. Who do you think they're going to start noticing? And it's not going to take a long time. All right. Yeah. Hector says, hey, it's on YouTube. I say, use it. Well, and just my thinking is, hey, I'm promoting you, right? In a positive way, right? It's not just detracting from all that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, when you load videos onto YouTube, there are settings that say, do not allow embed, or how they phrase it. It's a little bit different, but it's the same idea of they can say, don't allow people to use your videos. Right. So yeah, but keep in mind, don't worry about new construction or FSBO expired yet until you get playbooks 1-1 or 1-2 good to go. And I would really prefer you to also get going on playbooks 3 and 4, right? For the PDF guides. And so what do? Click on PDF guides. Here's weekly checklist, buyer, seller. If you watch that YouTube video that we referenced in the beginning of this, the videos, the PDF guides that we talked about in that video is the 2-to-1 buy down for buyers and then probate for sellers. So here's the playbook, QR code or listeningtoleads.com/250. Scroll down to playbooks 3 and 4. There's my Facebook ad, Google ad, optional, short form video script, social media post, and email to the database. Keep in mind, that email to my database works as follow-up. If you are doing, if you can get through playbooks 1, 3, and 4, that is 3 emails to your database a week. And I'm telling you, that's not too much. That's just about perfect. One email is going to be about a new listing or a new listing status. That's awesome because they know you're in real estate. They see you marketing properties, right? You're a player. Even if it's not your listing, your database isn't going to know it, right? Facebook audience is not going to know it. All they're going to know is you are marketing a listing. You must be a pretty good active realtor, right? Then we got the email that's going to go out to our database for a buyer PDF guide. And we got one going to our database for a seller PDF guide. Sending the email to our database literally takes 60 seconds. All right. When you watch the video or you do the training, you're going to see that email to your database literally takes like 60 seconds, but the results, the engagement you're going to get is going to be way more than a minute's worth. All right. It's going to be like hours worth. So get that stuff out there. Again, you are not allowed, if this makes it easier for you, you are not allowed to question anything I'm telling you here. All you need to do is get it done. Because once you get it done 2, 3, 4 times in a row, right? And like 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, then you can start tweaking it, playing with it a little bit because you're going to have experience. You're going to have results and you're going to know, oh, when I do this, this happens. Or what would it be if I did this instead of that? But you're going to be doing it, right? You're going to be literally doing stuff instead of thinking about stuff. So in the beginning, if it helps, you're not allowed to question anything I'm telling you. You just have to get it done. Once you start doing it, then you can start questioning it. Then you can start playing with it. Then you can start refining it, reiterating it, and getting better with it. Because again, over time, what's going to happen is your cost per lead is going to decrease. The ease of use will decrease, and you're going to start having more fun with it. You just will, right? Branding yourself is fun, right? Generating leads is fun. If you have a good confidence that in fact, that the work you're doing will result in leads, and you're going to learn that it does. And so that makes it so much more enjoyable when you have confidence in the fact that, hey, me sitting here for an hour or two, it may not be, maybe I'd rather be doing something else, but I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get some really good leads. I'm going to have some really good phone conversations. I'm going to meet some people in my area if I do this work. And again, you don't need to reinvent yourself every week. You don't need to go find something else to do every week. You don't need to think or question about it. You just need to do it. All right. You just need to do it. All right, man, I can't believe I've got good people on the call today. That's so awesome. All right. How are we doing, people? So it's 10:57. Give me some feedback. Are you learning anything? Right? Do you feel like this is a good format for helping you out? Any questions? The YouTube video, look in the chat section. So in the GoToWebinar control panel, in fact, I'll send it via the questions here to everybody. Send to all. So I just sent you that link. Craig. So Craig says lender at FSBO marketing. So Craig, in a lender account, if you want to go after FSBOs, add yourself as an agent. Does that make sense, Craig? So add yourself as an agent, and then through the agent account, you can market listings like that, right? So, lenders, right? And the office is kind of the same way, right? So for example, a broker as the broker wouldn't market listings in the same way with a lender. So add yourself as an agent, right? Because listings belong to I know listings belong to the office. I get that. But in practical terms, the listing belongs to the agent, right? So when you add a listing to listings to leads, it's got to be underneath an agent account. All right. And then Craig, then you can go after those FSBOs, right? I mean, those landing pages, holy cow. Let me show you real quickly. And all of our landing pages kind of work similar. Somebody give me an area that you'd want to go, like you want to target FSBOs. So You're using RedX, Prospect Boss, My Plus Leads to identify FSBOs, right? But you want more than just a Facebook ad that really doesn't generate leads, right? You want more than a postcard that really doesn't generate leads. You want the marketing tools and listings to leads. All right. So somebody give me an area, give me a neighborhood, give me an area that you'd want to generate FSBO leads. Yeah, Craig, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So Dallas, Texas. All right. Dallas is kind of big. So Craig, give me like a district or neighborhood, right? Frisco. All right. So create landing page. And what I'm showing you, everybody, is true for any landing page, but I'm just going to show you here with FSBO. So FSBO, Frisco. Now, don't do this. Do not do Frisco, Texas. I guarantee you, everybody in Frisco knows they're in Texas. So you don't need to do that. Just do Frisco. Note, you can put a note. No one's going to see it, but it can kind of be helpful. Because especially if I want to do like maybe 2 or 3 different FSBO landing pages in Frisco over time, then I might put a note as to why I'm doing a second and third one. All right. So check this out. View. So here's my selling your Frisco home on your own. Get free professional version of marketing tools I use. And all of this is editable. So I can edit this list. I can take out anything. I can reword it. I can add. I want these free tools. Name, email, address, phone number. Boom. That lead goes to you. I've got flyers I can drop off to the FSBO. Postcards. Check this out. Right. You got to love this. Different style postcards. And I want you to check this out. This is massive. What does that URL say right there? You all saw me just add this, right? Check out that postcard. Frisco, FSBOsoldforyou.com. So when they go, that's where they go. That's where that goes. That's how awesome this stuff is, right? The back of it is awesome. You got door hangers, right? So I can go drop off that door hanger to a FSBO. I think that's what I would do. So Craig, I think what I would do, right, in a perfect world is I would print up like, it depends on how big the area is and everything. But, if I can get like 10 or 15 or 20 of these printed up, and that way, as I see FSBOs, right, I got the print, email. So these are emails. So I can just copy the code and then whatever, if I'm using KV Core, Boomtown, Constant Contact, where I can just paste the code in and send it to the FSBO, right? Because if you're using a third-party data provider like My Plus Leads or Prospect Boss, usually they'll have the phone numbers and emails. Phone numbers could be on do not call, but the email won't. And even though they're on do not call, I could still drop off a door hanger or postcard or flyer. I kind of like the flyer and the door hanger the best, right? Because, postcards could be awesome, right? Maybe I do all 3, right? First time I drop a flyer off. Maybe a week later, I drop a door hanger off. And then I try the postcard the 3rd time, maybe. I don't know. All right. Yeah. Craig, that makes sense. So Craig, make sure I want everyone, it's 11 to 3. We're going to wrap it up here. I will stay around, answer a few more questions, but I want everyone to make sure they click that link for this Boast.io landing page and leave us a video review to get entered into our drawing. That looks like today, is today the 28th? It is. So it's got to be in by 10 p.m. tonight, my time, 1 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. Name, email, company. And what you'll do is you will click record from camera. All right. Let's click that, see what happens. You'll see me and yeah, perfect. So you can make your camera look good, right? Turn down your glare. There we go. And you can just sit here and talk about how much you hate listings to leads. But you get the idea, right? I'm going to turn that off. Turn up let's go back here. All right. How are we doing, everybody? Everybody good to go? Any other questions I can help you with? A little old school flat top. That that would be me, right? Yeah, I look pretty much just like the guy right there in that little circle. All right, but again, let this video help you. Don't stress if you can't get. I don't expect any of you to get all 5 playbooks done every single week in the beginning, right? But I promise you, if you can just get through playbook 1-1 or 1-2, right? Try to get that done every week in the beginning. Even if it takes you a month to get comfortable with playbook 1 and 1-2, that's fine. Because you got the rest of your career to take advantage of that opportunity and that benefit of what you've learned. All right. You're going to be able to refine. You're going to be able to get faster. Your results are going to get better. Your results are going to get cheaper. You're going to have more fun doing it. Your stress level is going to decrease. All right. Lots of good things are going to happen. And then once you get through with that and you're like, you know what? Yeah, this is easy. This is really easy. Then you can go to playbook 2. And same thing. Take a month to learn it. I don't care. Right. You're going to be in this business for another 10, 20 years, I hope. So if it takes you a couple of weeks to learn a playbook, that's awesome. More power to you. Then you get to playbook 3. Once you know playbook 3, right? Playbook 3 and 4 are the same thing. It's just one for buyers, one for sellers. So, and once I've learned playbook 1 and specifically, all the other playbooks become a lot easier, right? And then we're going to wrap it up here. Give me 2 or 3 more minutes. I want you to go to social, and I want you people to start getting into these short form videos. We give you all the scripts. So playbook 1, right? That's the script. In playbook 1, there's a short form video script for your listings. Playbook 3 and 4, the short form video scripts for all those PDF guides. And how awesome is that, right? To be able to do a short form video, right? Promoting a 2-to-1 buy down for buyers, to do a short form video talking to homeowners about probate, right? What is probate? Because with all the different PDF guides, right? Over 70 PDF guides, the goal is every single week we have a different offer of value to the buyers and sellers and homeowners and our audience. So that's where those playbook 3 and 4 really come into play. And then playbook 5 here with social. And in the video, I go through all of this. This is the week of February 28th. Yep, there we go. And so here we go. There's National Croissant Day. And so you'll see in the video, I walk you through, there's a script right here, view script. And I'm looking at January. What am I doing? Oh, I see. Yep. All right. Scroll down here. Today is National Tooth. I'm telling you, people, get the script out the door. Right in the video, I walk you through this. This week has some really great scripts because, right, here's a script. Right in the video, I walk you through how to get this to your phone, do the teleprompter app. If all of this seems completely foreign to you, don't worry about it for today. All right, don't stress. Just learn playbook 1-1 to start with. But if you are doing the short form videos, I'm telling you, this week is one of my favorite weeks so far. Right. Because I always tell you, for example, for the Tooth Fairy script, it would be fun to go to either a dentist in your area. If you've got a dentist that really has a reputation for being great with kids, that would be great to go there, right? And do the script. Go to a candy store and have fun with that. That could be kind of fun, right? Go to a candy store and talk about the Tooth Fairy, right? Poke a little fun at eating too much candy and this impacts. You guys want to know something? I have never had a cavity in my life. That's kind of like a little trivia with me. I have never had a cavity in my life, which is kind of crazy. So we got that script. And again, if you go to listeningtoleads.com/250, scroll down to playbook 5, short form videos, I walk through all of this in detail. World Compliment Day is tomorrow. Again, what another fun script. This is the kind of script that is going to really help engage your audience, right? Today is World Compliment Day. We got the script for you. Employee Appreciation Day. right? Again, what another great script. All I got to do is send it to my phone, click send, right? And this is all in the training, right? Just send it to my phone. And then I'm going to go to my phone or send it to my email, but I'm going to go to my phone, open up my email, and I'm going to bring this over for you. Right, here's the email I'm going to open up on my phone. And if I don't have a teleprompter app, I'm going to click here to download a teleprompter app for iPhone or Google. Here's my script that I'm going to paste into my teleprompter app, and I'm going to record it, and I'm going to get it up to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And here's the deal. Once you learn how to do this, literally sending yourself the script, recording it, and loading it up should take like under 5 minutes. And once you get going with it and you really learn it, you'll probably get it done in 2 or 3 minutes. Not 2 or 3, because it's got to upload and stuff to the different programs. So, but 3 or 4 minutes, easy. And I have seen people's TikTok accounts. I have seen people's Instagram accounts, and I'll see the videos that they were doing, and I see the videos that they start doing with our scripts. Every single time, the videos that they're doing with our scripts are getting them more and more engagement, more and more likes, right? Because we're giving you listing scripts, PDF scripts, social scripts. If you go to the detailed write-up at listeningtoleads.com/250 for short form videos, playbook 5, we give you a local review script. So you should be doing easily 5 to 10 videos a week, and they're free. They generate leads, they generate engagement, they blow up your branding. There's absolutely nothing but great stuff about learning this. I don't care if you're 100 years old, if you weigh 5 pounds or 500 pounds, if you're 4 feet tall or 10 feet tall. I don't care about any of that stuff. Red hair, blue hair, white hair, gray hair, black hair, brown hair, none of that matters. It's still free. It's still free to do. And you're going to attract your audience. You're going to attract your tribe. All right. So get the short form videos out the door. All right. Last few questions here. Let's go with this. You and me, that's always shocked me. Craig, I'm sorry. What was that? Anything you can run on your, I've been running. Yeah. I've been running 125 Facebook to 1 sale. Yeah. Well, again, right. Go to the playbook. What does the playbook tell us? The playbook tells us you will generate quite a few Facebook ad leads, but they're going to be cold. They're going to be pretty cold. And the beautiful thing about this checklist is I show you, man, you get that short form video done. It might make you a little uncomfortable. What do they say about being uncomfortable? You can only get to your dream. You can only get to your dream state by being uncomfortable. I mean, it would be awesome if I could just lay in bed all day long, have the fireplace going, right? Have a few movies. That would be so comfortable for me. Absolutely comfortable, but I wouldn't get anything done. I wouldn't learn anything. I wouldn't grow. So if doing short form videos makes you feel like you're going to be uncomfortable, that's what you need to do. Because I can do a Facebook ad all day long. So can everybody else, right? Yeah, I'll generate a lot of leads, and some of those leads are going to pop, but boom, what is that? That's pretty cloudy, right? Yeah. I don't know. Can we do the open house marketing even though we're doing a verse? Yeah, I thought and I would get into the mastermind group, and you can ask that and get into more, we have more conversations in the mastermind group, but the short answer is yes. And Hector, go through that video. Let me show you real quickly. And Hector, thank you for mentioning that. To turn on the posts that have the scripts in them, you have to activate it's easy, under topics. So go to topics and scroll down to holidays, and make sure American, international, and random are all turned on. Because random are the ones like Tooth Fairy Day, National, World Compliment Day, or not national, but World Compliment Day, right? You get that point. International holidays, that'll talk about like, Diwali, which is an Indian holiday, some of the Latin American holidays. So those are really awesome because I don't really care where you live in the US probably. You're going to have people from different parts of the world living there, visiting you, moving there. And so, showing off some of these international holidays is a lot of fun. I mean, I always want to go to India on some of their major holidays, right? All the colors that they have there, so beautiful. So that's one of my goals to get to India for one of the major, I think they have a kite holiday. Can't remember what it's called in Indian, but yeah, really, that's on my bucket list. And then American holidays, right? We got like, we did Christmas, Easter, July 4th, President's Day. President's Day had a really good one. All right. And then if you're in Canada, obviously do Canadian. Even in the US, I guess, why not? Right. I'm from Michigan originally. And so, we were, what was going on in Canada, right? We always knew what was going on. We just lived over the bridge pretty much from Canada. So yeah, Canada would be good as well. And just click save. And then that will activate all of those posts and you'll get all those scripts. So thank you, Hector, for that. All right. And okay. So Michael, let me know if you're good or, email support, go to the mastermind group if we can be of any more help. Craig, you too. I'm still kind of wondering the you and me, that's always shocked me. You and me. I'm not sure if I did bad. Did I say something wrong or fixed? Awesome. Okay, good. All right, everybody, listen, if you are not a client yet, get yourself to listeningtoleads.com, sign up for a free trial, sign into your account, get this stuff going. And all right. Well, Craig, if you need me for anything, by all means, just ping me, go to the mastermind group, get with support, however we can help. Of course, we want to make sure that we're doing that for you. And otherwise, pay attention. Every week, I'm going to be doing a video like this. All right. And this is meant to be, and it's going to be called essentially, how to generate 66 to turn 25 leads this week. And it will have that week's dates. And so every week I'm going to be sending you a video. And in this video, it's meant to be kind of like an overview, refresher, motivation, accountability video to make sure you're not forgetting to get this stuff done every week, right? If you can only get one playbook done in a week to start, that's awesome. Do what you can. All right. But do have the dedication and the commitment to doing this every week. Learn and add new playbooks. There's only 5 you have to do that I want you to do, that I want you to get the ability to do every week. All right. There's only 5. And if you can just get one done a week in the beginning, you're going to be on your way to really growing your business this year. All right. And with that, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.